What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unfiltered episode number 5. I'm your host, ChanmanV, and of course, Destiny here with me as always. Ready to talk about WCS NA qualifiers and some hacking and cheaters, our online hacking and cheaters, and maybe how we deal with them. But how you been, Steven?
Been doing great. How you doing, channel man?
Dude, what the fuck? You sound bored as shit, dude. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit tired, man. I don't know. Still adjusting that schedule. Mondays, it's like my Monday, dude, because it's Tuesday, which is kind of like Monday.
What?
Still tired, right? I'm still tired from Monday, right?
Oh. I mean, what's your schedule like? Streaming schedule like?
I don't know. I stream from 12 p.m. CST. Holy shit! I don't even know why I'm tired. I stream from 12 p.m. CST to 8 p.m. CST. Mondays are usually hard because I have to wake up early because I was up late on the weekend. I don't know why I'm so tired today. It's just something that happens, man. I just need that spark. I haven't had that spark yet to get me going.
Oh, this is going to be a spark for sure, man. I think our first topic will probably spark a lot, which is, let me just jump right into it. Oh, actually, no, before I do it, let me do some housekeeping stuff. So, guys, if you want to ask questions, we're going to have a Q&A session at the end of this. And if you want to get your questions asked, go ahead and post your questions in the Reddit comments. Here's a Reddit thread in case I posted it earlier, but some of you guys might not have been here. But go ahead and post them here. We'll try to get to every single one of them, at least the ones that we think are legit. But yeah, so let's get it started and talk about.
Don't start yet.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn my light on because it looks depressing in my room. I'm not really that depressed. Hold on one second, okay?
Oh shit. It's always that dark in your room, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's much better. You should do that more often.
I feel like I'm in the studio now. All right,
yeah, it looks a lot better, man. It looks a lot better. Is that a sax in the background?
Really, yeah. Is my webcam really that dirty all the time? Why does it look so...
I don't know. It could be Skype today. Just kind of the quality. Yeah, it's usually a little cleaner than that, but I don't know. Sometimes it's lighting. Lighting can be just like crap sometimes. I mean, it can really screw up your webcam sometimes, but...
Alright, we're good. I'm ready, man.
Alright, let's do it. WCS NA Qualifier. Obviously, everybody knows, just based on whether you were watching it or just looking on Reddit all weekend long, lots of issues, and I figured we should talk about it. We should kick it off by talking about and really, pointing out some of the things, and then at the end of it, I think we should give some suggestions as to how to fix it, for MLG to fix it and that sort of thing. And so yeah, you watch it, you pay a lot of attention to it this weekend?
Yeah, I paid some attention to it. I think it was hard not to, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. But okay, so let's talk about the issues. Obviously the first thing to talk about is really just the adminning and kind of the logistical side of all of it. I think those were the major things, right? And kind of started off with signing up for the tournament, right? The tournament was a 512-man qualifier, and I mean, that in itself was pretty crazy, right? I mean, there was only a single qualifier, 512, and it was double elimination. So what do you think about that? And just to start.
It's like, I don't even know, man. It's like literally like a 40-year-old trying to tell me like Santa Claus is real. Like, what do you even say? Like, what do you say to that? That there's a single qualifier with 512 people. Signups are first come, first serve. There's absolutely no restriction on signups. Like,
yeah, I
don't know.
I know.
Like, I would be interested to see who that decision came from, or like which collective group of people. I mean, this is the same people that bring us extended series, so I mean, I would be really curious to know who thought that was a good idea. I can't, like, if you were to poll the community, I can't imagine more than like 5%, even if that, and that's like the people that vote incorrectly would think that was a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of strange too because WCS EU had 4 qualifiers, single elim.
Yeah.
So just the fact that they were different, I feel like, is one thing I feel like they should change just overall. Like WCS, they should make those the same. And then yeah, a single. I mean, 512. Obviously, diamond players. I mean, I saw all kinds of players in there.
Yeah,
right?
People didn't get to sign up on time. Apparently, the whole nation of China was nuked during the qualifiers. And then,
seriously,
dude, like bracket luck becomes like insane at that point too.
What's bracket luck?
Got
What do you mean?
bracket luck? Like if you end up in an unlucky bracket, there were like I think it was Xenocider who said that he wound up against like a really good Korean, like the second or third round, and then right after that in the losers bracket, he had to play another really good Korean, and like you get one qualifier, one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever want, and then you get owned like that, and like it's not like there's another qualifier you can sign up for or anything, you know, like.
Yep.
Fuck, even the American education system lets you take the ACT and SAT more than once. That qualifier thing is pretty harsh, dude.
No, it definitely is, and it kind of showed just their, I think, MLG's inexperience with online tournaments, because obviously ESL's been doing it a while, so I think when they thought out 4 qualifiers, they knew some things could go wrong in the first day.
That. No, not buying that. Inexperience with online, man, fuck that. What kind of an idiot has a 512? Like, nah, man. Dude. Like, they don't slide with that. Like, you don't slide with that. Like, you like, it's like, you just, like, it was like the absolute most stereotypical fucking. This is like an Econ 101 professor's dream, because the Econ 101 professor and obviously things don't work out like, you know, laissez-faire libertarianism bullshit in the real world, but like an Econ professor would say something like, well, what happens is the second a monopoly comes around, all of a sudden they can fuck the customer and no one cares about anything and it's bad for everyone. But then, you know, like more realistic people are like, well, come on, like that's not necessarily true, you know, like government can provide some services. Just because it's a monopoly doesn't mean people are gonna get fucked but like, dude, like MLG did like just that, like they got WCS rights and they were like, fuck this shit, like we're done.
Not, come on, dude. I mean,
like,
all right. I know what you're getting.
Any fuck ups in this tournament. So we're 2013. Come the fuck on, man.
So your monopoly analogy. Okay, I understand that when you only have one obviously one entity, and it's, you know, they can do whatever they want. But in this case, I don't think it was the fact that they're trying to take advantage of us, like, which normally that's what we talk about with monopolies, right? This is just them just messing it up, you know. And unfortunately, this is like the only avenue that we have, and there's only a single qualifier too. So we have, you know, there's no way for them to even fix it, except until the next season, right? So I agree that they should have been smart enough to know that, you know, just to kind of at least create some margin of error for them to have multiple qualifiers. But yeah, it was a disaster. I mean, if it was 1024, if it was like a, you know, 1,000 players could enter, you think a lot of the problems would have been alleviated?
One of the problems would have been alleviated, people not being able to sign up. It still doesn't excuse the fact. I mean, I don't know, like that's even like a 1,024 person double elim qualifier. Like, first of all, how long would that tournament take? I guess they were best of ones up to the round of 5 or whatever, or the 5th round. Was that so?
No, they weren't best. Were they best of ones? I think they were best of 3s, right?
Or they might have been best of 3s.
Yeah, they're best of 3s the whole time.
How long would the 1,024 person tournament take? I don't know. I just don't understand the running one qualifier. Just seems like there's so much luck involved in that. Like if you wind up in a good bracket, you're really lucky, and if you're in a bad bracket, man, you're shit out of luck because you're in a bad bracket. Like you're completely fucked. Like there's no more qualifiers. There's nothing else. There's no other way you can get in if you're uninvited. Like you're. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Like you said, Lebo, Xenocider, totally got screwed playing. Who was it? Who was it that he played for? I know he played center second, but anyways, he played back-to-back Koreans, which obviously is tough, and he's a good player too. Is it center and Chosen? I don't remember.
No, it wasn't Chosen, was it? It was somebody pretty well known, the first person, but
okay, I don't.
Yeah, but anyways, that's beside the point. So a lot of the Chinese players got screwed, and that's
Jaedong in center.
Oh, Jaedong, right? Actually, Jaedong didn't play very well, so. But so I think the Chinese players got really screwed. I mean, I think one of the big stories was Calm, right, getting DQ'd pretty much a round before qualifying for the thing. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the rules, you know, MLG rules and the DQ rules in particular, and I guess how they enforced it, or how, you know, when they were lenient about it and when they were overly. I guess when they were very strict about it. So I think an example of them being strict about it was the Calm situation, right? Like he used somebody else's account, which, okay, sure. I mean, I can kind of see why that rule's there, so people won't smurf and that sort of thing. But shoot, man, there were like 20 people in the tournament that were using somebody else's account. I saw like 3 Axiom accounts that I had. It took me a while to figure out which of the Axiom players it was, I think. And you know, some of the easy ones. So what's your take on that? Like, should Com been able to go through it? You know, I guess go through.
I mean, again, it's like a Santa Claus thing. Like, it could have been a nice PR save for them, or not even a PR save, but like, dude, I don't even know. There's like, if somebody were to tell me that NASL had installed a bunch of people at MLG to make them look bad, it was like sleeper agents and shit that were like messing their organization up from the inside out to fuck with this tournament, I would believe that more so than somebody telling me.
Oh man, oh man.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, it's too much for me, man. It got too real. It was way too real.
It was really way too real.
Axel Toss and Axlev did a good job casting them. Let's focus on the positives, right?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's true. That's true. The casting, you know, the whole last minute change, you know, having having them cast live games, you know, versus the replays, which was the original plan. Them having to do that last minute was actually pretty good. I mean, they did a good job at that. I heard the production team, you know, worked overtime, like worked volunteers or whatever came in and, you know, worked 6-7 hours a day or something just so we could see it. They did, you know, they did a great job with that. I don't think there's any complaints about that. So
maybe some people, well, everybody can complain about something, but
well, I mean, okay, they're going to complain about it. Yeah, they're going to complain about whatever they're going to. In regards to that, they'll complain about it no matter what's happening. But everything else was just kind of crazy. Even the brackets, the online brackets, the site, and you know, got to the point where MLG actually posted an apology, right? Sundance actually put an apology on their site, and also on Reddit and on TL, I believe. And what do you think of the apology? That's a first, right? I don't think
Is it a first?
Is it a first?
For Sundance to apologize for fucking something.
An official apology, though? Like, not like a tweet or anything like that?
Oh, I mean, I don't know, maybe. But, I mean, this was really bad. Like I said, like, inconceivably bad. I mean, I don't know. It was pretty PR-ish. Like, he didn't really say anything, which is strange from Sundance, because normally Sundance has a little bit more substance to say. But I mean, what people were... I think the biggest problem was people wanted to know the why. Like, how could things get so incredibly fucked up? So I think Reddit probably wanted some witch hunts. They probably wanted some names to be thrown out, like, oh, like Xeris was the one who decided to, you know, do this, or, you know, yeah, I don't know, Xeris doesn't work with MLG, but whatever. Like,
Xeris was working for MLG? I didn't know that.
No, he doesn't. I was just trying like a random name for like a tournament guy.
Okay,
or, you know, like MLG Adam or whatever was the guy that decided to do it. Like, I think people wanted to know, like, how. I think there was actually, can you link me that thread? There was a guy, like, the first response where they wanted to know, like, a bunch of, it was like a list of questions, like, how, like, what would all of these things, how is it possible that all these things got messed up? Like,
yep. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, that first comment there.
Yeah. True. I mean, and those are a lot of good questions, but I don't see them.
Yeah, some of those are. I mean, the Muslim thing. I mean, this. Yeah, there are a lot of things that going into the tournament. Obviously, I think he makes some points about just the Muslim not being seeded and that sort of thing. But yeah, it was the problem with DQs. You know, like DQing Com, especially as. You know, he was probably going to make it, I think. I'm pretty sure Com was going to make it. The problem with that is that everybody he played, I mean, gets screwed, right? I mean, it makes the tournament a little bit illegitimate, honestly.
Yeah.
And, you know, they kind of did it.
How would you feel if you were the guy that got knocked out, and then right after you got knocked out, the guy that went on to play afterwards, like, gets disqualified, or the guy before him or whatever, you know?
Yeah, or it's, you know, some scenario where it's like the guy that he beat to get in, you have like some great record against, right? So you would have done really well against him, so something like that. But I don't think it actually happened in practice, okay? But it easily could have happened. I mean, he could have beaten, in this case, probably a Korean player that you know, that would have gotten in the top 8.
I think that Blizzard should ban all players who are found hacking from every single Blizzard game.
Okay, so we're talking about that now. Okay. All right, so that was.
I was looking at those things in terms of hackers. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna segment to that, but we can talk about it now. So obviously there were 2 major DQs. One being Com, and the other being the Physics Lee, right? I think everybody kind of knows the Physics Lee story. He was. You know, he was kind of deemed a hacker just through, you know, just with a lot of the just a post on TL, and particularly from his team. You know, there was a post by Marine here you can see that was really, you know, kind of telling their story and just how they were handling it, since he was on Team Impulse or Impulse Esports, and But the thing is with that particular case, so obviously the community kind of deemed him a hacker, but with Physics Lee, I don't know. I could be remembering wrong. You guys can tell me. Was there just like this giant like Kawhi Rice like post that had all these crazy replays and proofs of him doing it, or was it just purely mostly just kind of word of mouth and lots of people just kind of confirming their own personal thing? I don't think there was actually anything that was like a very just a post that's
just one of those like general knowledge things. Like everybody kind of knew. Oh, apparently, they had hotkey analysis and stuff in the thread too. Oh, okay. Like I think pretty much everybody kind of knew that he was a hacker.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that I feel like we need to do, just in general, or Blizzard needs to do, is create like a blacklist, right? I mean, right now the tournaments are kind of at the mercy of this. I mean, either they have to be really, really in tune with the community, which is it's kind of a reasonable requirement, but let's just say that there aren't, right? This is going to happen probably every single tournament, where somebody that's a map hacker is just going to get into this thing and it could probably be DQ'd later on, which again would really screw up the integrity of the tournament. But I don't know who could do it. I mean, Blizzard's probably the only entity that could do that, I guess. I don't know. Like unless we as a community put together one, just a blacklist of.
Blizzard could do it too because this is their tournament. You have to keep in mind that this is an official Blizzard affiliated tournament.
Yeah. But I guess okay. So what's the process of getting a guy on?
If he bans, or if he hacks and it's proven that he's hacked in the past, like Blizzard should just fucking blacklist him from every tournament that they sanction.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. It's just
or even any tournament that they license, because I'm pretty sure you have to go through Blizzard to get licensing for all of your tournaments that involve prize pools. So if your tournament is Blizzard licensed, then you have to comply with whatever blacklist that they have, which means that there are certain players that aren't allowed to play.
Yeah, that's true. It's just in the past, I don't know what's your experience with. Well, obviously, what's your experience with hackers and cheaters and
I've never been in a tournament before. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And Blizzard. I guess Blizzard trying to police it, because I've heard things in the past about them policing it. I haven't actually heard much recently about them trying to do anything about hacking, and I mean it's kind of become almost like a joke these days that NA is just full of them, right? At this point, the NA server is just full of map hackers and all kinds of all kinds of folks, right, that are cheating. So.
I don't know because I've never heard of hackers being a problem at like a tournament before.
Yeah, never had a tournament. Never had a tournament.
Our LAN tournaments thing, and then in terms of online qualifiers, I've never heard of hackers being a problem with like Blizzard games on online qualifiers. It could be possible that it happened before, and I just haven't heard about it. But
yeah, and it's just too easy. I mean, online, it being online, it's just like anybody. I feel like can smurf, right? I mean, even if you're talking about just somebody playing for you. Like having just some pro play for you instead, and then you take it over later, which it makes no sense anyways. But the fact that that's even like even possible is a really, really bad thing. People have always said that LANs are kind of where you prove where hackers and cheaters, or people allegedly hackers and cheaters can prove themselves, right? Kind of like the whole Spade situation, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Oh god.
Right. So that's since this online thing is just such a major part of WCS. I don't know how we're going to get around that, unless there's going to be unless there are third-party tools that can detect it. And I don't know of any. I don't know any of you folks out there watching know of any third-party tools that for StarCraft that are really good for detecting this type of thing. Those armpits.
I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine a hacker signing up to play. But I can't say that. Fuck. I was gonna say I can't imagine a hacker signing up to play qualifier to a tournament that he has to show up and play without his hacks because he would just get annihilated, But I guess Spades did that. So, but I think Spades had more on the line because he had like a reputation as a professional and whatnot. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're thinking of people that are legitimately trying to make it. I mean,
yeah.
It's more so like these guys.
Just hacking,
yeah, I mean, shit. Look at all this DDoSing stuff recently, dude. What keeps a guy from doing the same thing and screwing the WCS?
I guess
it's
and
I mean, and that would be a travesty, honestly, if that happened.
StarCraft is a little bit of a different game in that hacks don't necessarily guarantee a win, I guess. So like
No,
the
it
really
isn't.
good players probably don't have to be worried so much about being taken out by hacks. Really, the only players that would be good enough to take out a really good player using a map hack is probably a player that's pretty good on their own. And would they really want to jeopardize being able to play in the tournament or anything?
Yeah,
By
I know what you
using
mean.
hack? Although I don't know, I guess it's a really iffy situation. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that's definitely the consequences is something that they would have to look at, because you're right. Like a person that can get to the point where you can screw the tournament up really badly, meaning like you can get into the Premier League and that sort of thing, then yeah, they're definitely risking something since they're already
I
good.
I do think that more stringent punishments by Blizzard would be good though. It would be more of a deterrent. Like if you're caught hacking ever in any online qualifier by a Blizzard sanctioned event, like it should be like an IP ban, a MAC address ban, a name ban, like every kind of ban. And if Blizzard finds out that you've bought an additional copy of the game in the future, like that's banned too. You know, like I think they should be really across all Blizzard games too. I think that they should be really, really, really strict with that to try to, because obviously, like you said, like it's really easy for just like a no-name whatever to get into a tournament trying to mess with it by hacking. So the hopefully like a really strict punishment would be a good deterrent there. I think that they should go as overboard as they can. You know, just short of releasing the person's credit card information to the community. Like they should do whatever they can to punish a person who hacks in an online qualifier.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about so disregarding just kind of like the whole smurfing or having somebody play for you outright. I wonder if they should just have like new accounts, like competitive accounts that you get right if you sign up, and that sort of thing. Maybe that could be.
Well, it doesn't really matter if somebody is playing for you, does it? As long as you're playing the same person from round one, no?
As long as it's the same person playing, like calm, right? Like
the
that
entire
situation.
time. Yeah, as long as it's the same person playing the entire time, there shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
With that. Because it doesn't make sense that you would have somebody better play for you so that you could go and show up to the tournament and loot. Like, that would just be silly, you know? And if anybody's good enough to smurf their way through that tournament on somebody else's account, I doubt that they would give up their own chance to succeed, you know? Like, I wouldn't be able to go up to, like, Flash and
that's kind of the point earlier.
If you were to play my account past round, like 6 and go qualify on my account and then I'll go show up to the tournament and get scraped, I can't see that being, like, a serious problem, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I can kind of see it being a problem in more micro situations where it's like, it's not a giant difference. It's not like Flash playing for me, Like, even Flash playing for you. I mean, not Flash obviously being a different race, but let's just say somebody that's really good, that plays Zerg, plays for you. And, and you just let them play to the point where they just have, like, one really giant victory. Like, you be some kind of Korean player, right? Which is obviously nets a lot of attention for you. And then you take over after that. And then let's just say you lose to another Korean. That's
that kind of
stuff
could happen, but that would be like a case by case basis, because that's like really I don't think that's very common, but I mean if it does happen, then that's like a community thing or like a case by case, because I mean like that kind of goes back to the Vera Lynn death thing.
Yeah, but Vera Lynn's obviously hard to hide, given she's a girl, and I mean
yeah, that was kind of a disaster. But like in terms of something like that would be really hard to enforce. I don't think tournaments should really worry about it though, because I don't think that's a huge problem,
Yeah. And when I said girl, guys, I meant like if she were to go to LAN, obviously, it's kind of different.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that, from a skill standpoint, guys. All right, it's like settled it. But so, do you think that if they hack period on the ladder or anything, it should carry over?
I don't know. I don't care as much about ladder. I don't think anybody cares as much about ladder. Whatever, kids will be kids. I mean, like I personally think you should probably be. At the very least, your account should be banned. But I think Blizzard already does that. I think you should probably get more than that, like an IP and a MAC address ban. Although Blizzard probably wouldn't do that because they still want to sell more copies of the game and they want people to reform and stuff. But I mean, like, if you just hack in like a ladder, like you're just doing it for ladder points, there's nothing of value that's really lost. Like, I don't really take ladder hacking as seriously as a tournament hack, because like in a tournament hack, like you're fucking so many things up. Like you're ruining people's chances to qualify for a tournament. You're disrupting and illegitimizing the actual tournament itself. You're disrespecting everybody's time, the officials, the tournament organizers, the people that want to watch good games, the people that play in it, the fans of the players that play in it. Like when you hack in a tournament, you're giving a big fuck you to so many different people, whereas kids that hack on ladder do it for the epic lulls and the troll lol and to get ladder points and shit. So I mean, I guess there should be punishments for hacking.
I don't quite agree with that, given that hacking on ladder really ruins the experience of the game for a lot of people, right? I mean,
well, I mean, it depends. I guess I don't think hacking is that widespread on the ladder. I mean, I guess it is, but I'm just saying, like, there's a huge difference between hacking on ladder and hacking in tournaments. Like, for hacking in tournaments, it should be everything short of getting chopped. Like, you should be, like, punished so fucking hard for that, because it's such a fuck you to everybody. If you hack on ladder, like me personally, I would be for all of the same punishments as hacking on ladder in an online tournament. Like, they MAC an IP address ban you, and they get rid of everything, they get rid of everything, associated with you from Battle.net, but I don't know if Blizzard would ever do that because they would lose sales. I'm sorry, some people in chat are saying that a MAC address ban wouldn't do anything. A MAC address ban would definitely do something. It would keep a lot of people offline. Yeah, I know you can change your MAC address, but a lot of people don't know how to. A lot of people will be too lazy to do it. Like, obviously, some people will get around it, but a MAC address ban is still one other way.
You can just Google it these days. It's like so easy.
Yeah. I mean, but I mean, it would still be, there's always a percentage of however many people get banned via MAC address that'll never bother to look up how to change it and whatnot.
Yeah, sure. It's a little bit difficult, but a good example of somebody who obviously cheated or was stream cheating and that sort of thing online and still was able to play some tournaments is Combat X, right? I mean, the reformed Combat X was playing WCG.
Stream cheating, I think stream cheating is way in a different league than like hacking cheating, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Because stream cheating affects far fewer players than actual hacking and cheating. And stream cheating, a lot of people can debate even whether that's actually
it's preventable. Cheating. It's something at least you can prevent as the other person.
It is really annoying and it's really obnoxious, but it's something that exists a little bit outside of like the hacking and whatnot.
Yeah, Deezer and Combat both, but Deezer, did Deezer ever use any other cheats except for stream cheating?
I don't think. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him because I know he hacked a lot in the Warcraft 3 days, so I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, but Deezer was playing LANs too, right? I think he did enter some LANs at some point, but. Yeah, it's definitely a difficult. It's like a really gray area. It's really hard to police. It almost takes it takes a lot of effort just to really punish those few. That's the unfortunate part, right? And I feel like Blizzard might not be in the position to want to do anything about it, and that's too bad because again, like it just takes one time where we just get royally screwed from it that that this whole thing just gets illegitimized, which would be a travesty. Okay, continuing on with WCS NA. So so the results ended up being it was 8 Korean players, right? And did you see that YouTube video somebody made with the USA? I mean, this is the same stuff we talked about before. Like we were kind of joking about it, but I mean, like it happened.
Did you actually see that YouTube video though?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! APOC as a New York Yankee, I can never get over that. Every time I see that, I just die laughing. I don't know why, but the reason I brought it up is just kind of like basically what we were talking about kind of came to fruition. So no crazy upsets or anything like that.
This is why everybody's so mad, man. Because we talked about this. Blizzard is doing something really new, and really huge, and they fucked it up a lot on the way to this tournament. They made a big announcement, but they didn't release details to teams. A lot of people were left in the dark. A lot of people didn't exactly know what was going to happen. Blizzard didn't really clarify anything. They said a couple of things on tweets. A lot of people still had a lot of questions about things. A lot of Korean players were unhappy with the new formats. Like there were all these kind of problems and shit. And then leading into this tournament, it was like, okay, fucking, it's been a rough road to get here, and there's been a lot of bullshit that's happened, but, finally, like, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna have this fucking tournament, things are gonna be okay, like, just chill out, the tournament's gonna go, and we're gonna roll our way towards this WCS, even though we've had some hiccups, we're gonna get there, and it's gonna be fine. And then, like, the tournament rolls around, and it's like, holy shit, like, everything went, like, worse than even the biggest doomsday here could have said, we have 8 Koreans, we're USA, the tournament was plagued with problems. Even the Chinese people didn't get to represent USA. How racist is that, Like, there was just, like, so much, like, everything, like, even if I was, like, wanted to be, like, a huge Blizzard naysayer or doomsday bringer, like, even I couldn't have predicted that it would have went as bad as it did. And I already had kind of abysmal hopes for it because Blizzard has fucked up their whole eSports thing, time and time again.
Yeah, so, like,
I don't know, like, it just, like, this was, like, the big point. This was like the big rallying point where it could have been like, okay, like even though we've had some problems, we've got our shit together now. Here's this tournament. We're going to push forward to the WCS. But it was like, holy shit, like proving everybody right that Blizzard is a colossal fuck up and that maybe partnering with only MLG to provide us the WCS stuff was a really fucking bad idea. There's no going back now. And, so like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. Like on the weekend, there were times where I was just besides myself. I just couldn't even talk because
I remember one of the big
just...
I made this exact post 5 months ago, literally like word for word, like this exact post, and I said I was very critical because I was like, I don't understand why leagues are so upset and complain about things like oversaturation, because that was like one of the biggest points coming into this. All the leagues complain about oversaturation. I'm not getting the ROI, I'm not getting the market capture that I need, or the market share that I need, blah 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 blah, because there are so many tournaments running content all hours a day, and it's like, man, like, I'm sorry, but like, you don't get to complain about oversaturation if you're still having basic fucking problems like sounding issues at the WCS finals in China. Like, they still had miking issues. How are you going to complain that oversaturation is the problem when you can't even run a fucking tournament without like basic production issues cropping up? Like, if that stuff is still happening, then we still need oversaturation, because the whole point of oversaturation is to choke out all of the shitty fucking tournaments that shouldn't exist anymore. Like, those need to go away so that the few good ones finally rise to the top and we have a really good product at the end. But like, we just like artificially hacked away fucking IPL and NASL, although IPL kind of died on its own, to be fair. But then like WCS got this exclusive license, and then they can't run the tournament. Like, fuck, dude, like you got your exclusive contract. Like, now show us that it wasn't a terrible fucking decision to do it, you know?
Yeah, the oversaturation point is actually interesting because, you're right. One of the things that they did to the WCS is really to kind of pull back a little bit on events, right, and kind of create this storyline, that sort of thing. And what we've seen so far, given that all these schedules have not been announced and everything is just speculative at this point, is we've just seen absolutely nothing, like, except for WCS and NA in particular. I mean, we've gone from having IPL and MLG and NASL and and then all the other grassroots tournaments to having nothing but WCS.
Like, it would be different if there was like one monster tournament that rose up and it was like, God, these guys are fucking awesome. Their content is awesome. All of their casters are good. The downtime is good. They manage their casting and they manage the brackets, and like, oh, everything is perfect about this tournament. And then at that point, Blizzard stepped in and they're like, okay, we're going to trim away the fat. We're going to monopolize this. WCS is the tournament to follow, and we're going to partner with these clearly superior tournament organizers, But I don't think there's anybody in their right mind that would have honestly said MLG was leagues ahead of NASL and IPL in their broadcasting. Would anybody else have said that?
No. I
don't think MLG was leagues ahead of either. Like, MLG still had a lot of complaints every time, whether it was downtime with commercials were being managed poorly, the right games weren't being casted. There were still a lot of problems that MLG had. Like, why would you cut away everybody else to remove any motivation that MLG has to get a little bit better with their product?
It's partnership, politics, obviously, but I mean, talking about just NA in particular, IPL went away. Okay, so they're good. They were just gone because of their issues, right? And then NASL, definitely from a production studio standpoint, they're awesome. But from the standpoint of live events, I don't know if they were. I don't even know if this whole WCS thing is going to be live events or not. But if from a live standpoint, they didn't. They don't have the record.
If NASL had the funding, like, let's be real, like, how much venture capital does MLG have behind it? Plus the multiple games they host. Like, MLG can afford to drop, $1 million or however much it costs them over a weekend to host at a giant auditorium, to rent the staff and everything. I don't know if NASL had enough capital behind them to actually go that far. Like, I know they had some live events, but they were relatively lackluster. But NASL was like the king when it came to online content. It sucks that, oh man, like, the NASL has I think NASL. Listen, do you want to know like the secret that I believe that maybe a lot of people think is full of shit? Okay, check out this crazy idea.
All right, get ready, people. Get ready.
NASL. This is like my total bullshit opinion. Like, I understand, I don't know shit, whatever. But in my opinion, I think that NASL should have rebranded after Season 1. Because the NASL that exists now is so much better, so like leagues ahead of anything that they've done. Their online content is amazing, their studio, their production, everything about NASL is really good. But NASL Season 1 was so bad. Like, I literally could have like assigned a class of kindergartners to run a tournament, and that's like what NASL 1 was. Like, literally, that's how bad NASL 1 was.
It wasn't, come on, it wasn't that
bad.
No,
it was that bad.
No,
it was that
bad.
Wasn't. It was that bad. The Lego guy was doing sound and shit. Like, NASL 1 was literally that bad. I think that if they would have rebranded after Season 1 and called themselves something totally different, I think they would have had a lot more success. Because they have, like, go check their YouTube channel out. Like, they do so much content, so much high quality content.
It's awesome, yeah.
But they have like no subscribers on their channel, and like fucking nobody watches their channel that much.
The live stuff they do.
NASL YouTube has what?
I mean, their live stuff has a lot of followers. I mean, their live channel has a lot. Channel has a lot of followers.
I don't even know what Twitch followers mean though. I don't believe anything about that.
I know, but the reason what I'm getting at is they focus more on live. They focus more on live than they do on the
but I mean, go look at their
bots.
YouTube channel. Like, there's a ton of good content on there.
Mm-hmm,
like
there is
YouTube exclusive content. I think I don't recall them ever broadcasting it. I could be wrong, but
you have to remember Twitch has VODs too. So like a lot of people I think watch the Twitch VODs versus YouTube. So
maybe. I guess
it just depends, right? Like I put I obviously I funnel folks to YouTube for my VODs, but they don't do that. So
sure.
But yeah, I think NASL does a great job, from production, and obviously you've been hearing some talk recently about just maybe what their plans are. I don't know. Like Roddy had a long post yesterday about it. So it's it'll be interesting to see what happens in NASL. But they're definitely kind of in this really tough position because they're kind of left there with nothing. They're not in WCS, and they don't really do live events, right? They only have those small kind of finals that they've done at the end of each season. So they don't really do live events. So what do they do? And unfortunately, their talent over there is all SE2 people. So it's I mean, I can't see. Can you see Bitter and Roddy and those guys doing Dota or any other game like that? That would be really weird, and that's kind of a difficult spot that they're in right now. But
I don't know.
Maybe we'll be hearing something about it soon. Who knows?
Do you know? I'm curious. Is Blizzard allowing anybody to host a tournament that competes with WCS? If you do StarCraft 2, are you even allowed to?
You're not allowed to schedule a tournament on the same weekend as a WCS tournament. So, but you can still. I mean, they're allowing folks to still have tournaments. It's just nobody's really announced them. I mean, the one SoCal event. I mean, a lot of these smaller lands, we're seeing a lot more, which is good. Like I love that part of it. But this kind of mid to high tier, there's just nothing right now. DreamHack at least for EU, right? But over here in NA, there's just nobody to fill that gap right now, and I don't know who's going to fill that gap.
Oh, Chanman, there's so much potential, man.
I know, dude. There's potential at all those segments, man. There's segment
I almost wish
there's a
they
ton
would just,
of them.
They should just hire somebody from the community to go and work at Blizzard, like whether it's Cats or Mr. Bitter, or just anybody. They should just hire, or even Husky, or I would do it, obviously. But
I'm hoping, dude.
If they just need to grab somebody from the community who can be a figurehead or somebody that can work with ideas and shit, and the community can relate to and talk to, that needs to happen, because it's it's going back to the Santa Claus thing. I don't understand how you can fuck up so many things, or have so many fuck ups. It's not conceivable. It's not real life. What's happened so far, it's not real. It's not possible to fuck up that many things. It's just not possible unless you were doing it intentionally. It would be like having a multiple choice. It'd be like taking a multiple choice final exam where there are 4 selections of answers on each one, and getting a 15% on the test over and over and over again. How do you do that? Even if you guess A every time, you'll get 25%. Are you intentionally getting the wrong answer? I'm not saying there's sabotaging going on, but it's just I don't understand how you can fuck up so many things. I don't understand.
Again, I think. I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but I'm just trying to at least trying to understand it a bit. But the schedule was obviously rushed, and they didn't make very many. I think they prioritized wrong. I think this whole demand for seeing live events, they just all of a sudden just put that at the forefront, and they probably didn't do their enough due diligence when it came to the logistics and the admin part, right? And all this shit just came down on them.
The thing that doesn't even make sense is that the tournament scene isn't profitable. The tournament scene isn't profitable. I don't think anybody's turning a profit yet. I think Sundance might say that they were finally getting to the point where they're breaking even.
There are studio stuff. Maybe studio.
If Blizzard came in, this is only a labor of love, So why not get it right? It's not like they're just coming into money grab, because Blizzard sure as fuck isn't making money on WCS. So how oh, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Okay, so I think what might come from this is Blizzard will have a bigger hand in these qualifiers, because I think Blizzard just kind of allowed the partners to kind of do their thing with the qualifiers. I think most people weren't thinking that the qualifiers were going to be that big a deal to some folks,
Well, obviously, that's the only way in if you're not invited.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to put it in perspective. Maybe their perspective. I think that they just didn't I think even Sonia said at one point they didn't expect that there'd be such a demand, which is crazy. But he actually said that. So I think it just caught him off guard, and I think that's one of the things that they will change is that I think Blizzard will, they saw this. This is not good for them either. So I think they will be, I guess stricter about how these things, actually run and that sort of thing. But it needs to, because God, I'm just tired of us getting. I can't put it any better than just saying that. I'm tired of NA just getting shit on. We just get the shittiest of everything. It's the truth. And it's like, I just want people to. We just need to be smarter, and we just need to be smart about things so that we don't fall into this hole that we always end up.
This is like on the first episode that we talked about, and I'm not trying to talk shit on everybody or sound like I know everything, but this is like one of the things that I said, like where like as I kind of grew in this industry and I looked around and I saw all of the ways that people like manage businesses and shit in this industry, like it was absolutely mind-boggling that some people had come so far and learned so little, and like it seems to have happened with MLG. Man, I don't know. Like I said, like Sundance is a good guy, and like MLG's like usually tries and their shit, but like fuck, like this was just so bad. Like I don't know how to. I feel like we're just harping on him and like giving him shit. Like
your cam is kind of bad. See if you can restart your cam real quick. Restart your cam real quick.
You want to just restart the call?
Oh, it got better there. Okay, I can restart the call. Actually. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna redo this real quick. Yeah, it's been getting a little fuzzy, man. It's just like, oof. All right, start it up. Start it up.
Oh shit.
Is it better?
Should be better now?
It's a little bit better.
The thing turned white.
Yeah, I think it's a little better. It's better now. Okay, that's better, right, guys? It should be.
Oh wait, it turned yellow again.
No, it's good.
Is it?
No, it's good. Actually, it's better. It was getting pixelated. Oh shit! Now it's getting pixelated. I don't know what it is. It could just be Skype surge or something, but yeah. So okay, let's talk about let's throw out some suggestions. Let's be productive. Yeah, okay. Let me lower my mic a little bit. I keep getting a little closer to the mic. That's probably why. But okay, so let's talk about what they should do. I think we could agree that they should have more than one qualifier. And single elim, I think it's fine. You think double elim and single elim, there's a need for which
single elim is okay, but there has to be more than one qualifier. I don't want. There's way too much luck involved in single elim. Even in this tournament, if there's just one qualifier, there's way too much luck involved. Yeah. Single elim is okay for a few rounds if you've got like 4 qualifiers open.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do. 4 was pretty good. I think 4 was good, and ESL obviously pulled it off, so it's possible to do it. Even though they had their issues too, just with the demand too for it, so they figured that out. So hopefully in the future, that's a good precedent for MLG. As for so what else? What else do you think? What else should be changed?
Sign-ups need to be restricted. You either need to be on a professional team, or you need to at the very least be masters.
No, a professional team should not be the requirement.
Maybe.
Come on. We're talking about people trying to prove themselves. They're not on teams.
Well, but we're not talking about people trying to prove themselves because Koreans are allowed to play, so it doesn't matter. Like, that's out the window already.
Whatever.
It's right? It's not, isn't it? If you're not on a team, like, you're probably not going to make it. Like, not to be mean, but, like, the up-and-coming tournament that you're talking about where people can prove themselves and we get new storylines, like, that can only exist if we region lock. But since we've already said, fuck region locking, like then whatever, like you're gonna be competing against Koreans. I don't even want a Masters player like wasting anybody's time in this tournament. Like it should just be.
Come on, it can still happen though. Because look at what Drunken Boy did, right? Drunken Boy beat a few people that.
Yeah, and he's Grandmaster, bro.
Yeah, he is, but he's not on a team. It doesn't matter.
Okay, maybe on a team or Grandmaster NA.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Maybe I could agree with Grandmaster, but
actually,
definitely Master at the very least.
This is what I don't want to happen. I don't want there to be a person on a professional team. Or
he's on FXO. Drunken Boy's on FXO. Sorry, shit.
Oh.
My bad.
I didn't know that. Is that relatively?
I didn't actually realize it either.
I don't think that either you're on a professional team or Grandmasters. I don't want somebody who's on a pro team or in GM to not get in the tournament because a Diamond player took his spot. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I guess if there was plenty of room for everybody, then whatever, anybody could sign up, it doesn't matter. But like if there are GM players or or players on professional teams that aren't getting to play in the tournament because it's been filled with Diamond or Masters League randoms. Like that's some bullshit.
Right, right. No, I agree. I agree with that. I mean, if you're taking spots, sure. But okay, so okay, so setting a requirement for, I guess, the minimum skill or minimum division. Anything else? I think the blacklist, that idea that we had earlier, just for hackers, cheaters, I think needs to be established so that tournaments can use that and going in, right? So we don't screw anything up. And then I think it should always be live. I think the posting of all the scores and stuff should be live too, regardless of whether you wanted to line up replays with it or whatnot, right? I think that was a huge complaint too with MLG not showing the finals, right, or the final part of the bracket for a while. So
I mean, casting from replays has kind of become accepted in a lot of the community, I think. So I mean, like, I guess it could work. Has it become accepted? I mean, I don't know. Like, people were doing it for a while, but
yeah. One thing we didn't even talk about is really just having the community help cast these things. Like, I mean, ESL kind of had it. ESL had multiple language casts, but obviously there's a ton of games, and you can't do them all. So why not just have some of the community casters, just give them an overlay that's MLG, right, and just have them help out. Like Nathanius would have totally helped, and Zoya would have totally helped. All those guys would have totally helped, right? And
see, that would be cool too, because then not only is it quote unquote a tournament for up and comers, but you also get to give a lot more exposure to other casters too. That would have been really cool.
Exactly, it's kind of a multi.
But like these are like, now we're getting into like ideas to make the tournament better. We're still the tournament still sucks shit. It's like giving a workout plan to a dude dying of cancer. Like,
what are you talking about? If we give him ideas to make it better, what do you mean?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought we were fixing problem ideas. Never mind. Yeah, no, yeah, but that would be cool. That would be cool to do that shit. Yeah.
All right, and then anything else? Anything? I think that's about it, right? I can't think of anything else. Maybe some of you guys might have some suggestions too, and post them in the Reddit thread. Again, you can post your questions in the Reddit thread. We're going to get to them in probably about 15-20 minutes or so. But online hacking, that's all. I mean, we kind of talked about the whole online hacking and cheaters and stuff. So, what do we talk about next, man? Oh, we can talk about a little bit. It's just that Twitter thread that was going on last night with you and Justin Wong. You ready?
No.
You ready?
Oh, what are we ready for?
You ready for music? The music talk?
Oh, shit, dude. I'm never going to work for Machinima. I laid the sickest burn on that dude. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. No. Where?
It was a god tier burn.
Where is it? I didn't see
I
this.
had to get off my computer for like 45 minutes and go like work out, like to work it off. Like the burn was just like that insane.
Where? Let me see. I missed that one.
I don't know, somewhere on there. The guy was arguing. He was like, he just kept arguing about like whether or not you could do it. And I was like, and I was saying like, fucking if you go like that 4-fact thing or the 4-point thing, having to concern with copyright and whatnot, like none of this stuff says that playing music on a stream is gonna fuck you. Like everything is fine. You're not damaging the copyright. Like it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And eventually it got to the point to where he was like getting super dismissive. He was like, I don't need to argue this, period. And then I tweeted back something like, well, like every resource that I found on the internet disagrees with the position that you're holding right now. And then he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with our legal team as opposed to a random guy that streams. And I was like, dude, are you ready for this? And I was like, is this the same legal team that was issuing contracts to 16-year-olds into infinity? Like, oh shit. It was sick. It was the sickest burn.
So what we're talking about, guys, is kind of this Twitter conversation was going on last night between Steven and Justin Wong from Twitch, and I don't know who I think that one of the guys was from Machinima, I guess, and it was basically just talking about music, copyrighted music on Twitch, and I think somebody posted originally, was it Scoots or somebody that Twitch was going to start, I guess, cracking down on copyrighted music, but it doesn't sound like they are.
No, they don't have to.
They're
No. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, why don't you clarify? You clarify it.
Okay. This is my understanding of it. Somebody could be wrong, okay? But I mean, like, I've read a little bit about it because it kind of concerns me. This is how it works, okay? Big people like YouTube and Twitch can't be held accountable for copyrighted material because of that the safe harbor bullshit.
Yeah,
for
safe
DMCA
harbor. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Basically the way it works is, okay, I'm an artist and like, hey, you're infringing on my copyright. So what I do is I send a DMCA notice to Twitch saying, hey, this channel needs to be taken down. And as long as Twitch or YouTube complies with said DMCA notices, then Twitch is fine. The only people that can be held liable are the individual people. And even at that, you're not really held liable. They just shut your channel down, you know?
Like, and that's common. That's common in a lot of marketplaces or storefronts.
I don't think anything is new or nothing has changed or anything, fucking whatever. Like,
yeah, so nothing is different, right?
Yeah, everything as it was before. Like nothing has changed unless Twitch is gonna announce some new shit or whatever. But like I said, like it's not Twitch doesn't get in trouble for DMCA. Like you don't DMCA Twitch unless it's like a really big lawsuit or something. Like some people are mentioning YouTube. Like those are people. I think what those lawsuits try to do is those lawsuits try to set out to prove that YouTube is acting in bad faith. Like even though they're sending DMCA notices, or like YouTube is making it really easy for people to upload illegal content or
it's kind of like the whole Napster thing, you know. Way back.
That's way different than just this guy's got copyrighted content on this. Like we're gonna go sue him, you know. And Twitch is way smaller than YouTube, way smaller, such that I seriously doubt people are gonna start like huge lawsuits to go after like video game streams. Like it seems really stupid, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's always been with DMCA. I mean unless you're obviously profiting from it by a lot, they're not going to even bother, right? Sending anybody or even sending you a DMCA letter. But so the takedown thing was interesting. The DMCA, whenever they send a DMCA to Twitch, do they take down your channel or do they take down your VOD? You know, that's the part I wasn't quite clear on.
I bet it's probably left to Twitch's discretion. Maybe I'm not sure how they would do it exactly.
Okay. It'll be because like when we're doing Twitch, and we're partnered, right? We don't have the switch or toggle that we can flip on and off. You know, whether we want to monetize or not, right? So that kind of sucks if you were to basically lose your channel, lose your partnership because of it. But yeah, I mean, music's been an issue. Nobody's really talked about it much because everybody plays copyrighted music on their stream. I mean, let's just be honest.
I think one of the biggest things to consider is that it's an issue of scale too. Like streaming is still really small time compared to like everything else. Like it's not, like if I had like 500,000 viewers, it would probably be a much more pressing issue, or like 5 million or like 1 million viewers because then there would be, you know.
Yeah, well, sure, yeah, but regardless, it's still. I mean, if you look at it from the standpoint of just aggregate, though, there's still quite a few. Quite a few. Quite a bit of content that's using copyrighted music.
But you can't even look at it as aggregate because it's not like you can just send a widespread DMCA to Twitch. You have to go and listen to every single VOD that has the infringing material, and then you have to DMCA that specific.
Yeah, no, I know it's tedious. It's a very tedious.
I can't see like any record label that's so broke that they like have to run around and listening to like there's like record execs that are like, bro, dude, like I was watching Phantom Lord stream last night or Idris stream last night, and he played a song. Like I got the link to the VOD. I'm going to email it to you. You can DMCA that motherfucker. Like I can't see that conversation ever actually happening.
Yeah, I can't either, but I guess it's just more of a fear thing than anything else, right? Like you possibly getting DMCA'd, so you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Like obviously Twitch encourages that, that you follow the law so that your channel doesn't get DMCA'd, because Twitch doesn't want to be shutting down shit because it's bad for them too, like they lose money on advertisement and whatnot.
Yeah, but again, it's because your channel changes. You can do whatever the hell you want here. You can shut off music, right? So that's why I'm wondering if it's just the VOD, just the specifics of it. Because YouTube is you just have to you just have to delete your VOD or your video.
I honestly don't see like, and I know some people say that I'm wrong on this and shit, but like if it went to court, I don't see somebody getting in trouble for something like that. Like if we like, I would almost be willing to try to raise like donations and shit to get a legal fund up for like Twitch to see, just because I would like to see that to go before a judge, for a judge to actually say this person playing his music on stream is damaging your copyright, like your ability to make money or exploit a market, based on your copyright. Like I think this guy streaming is competing with your business. Like I don't see that ever happening. Like it just seems so weird that a judge would say that, Yeah. But I mean, I could be wrong on that. I personally would really like to see something like that, like a specific instance of that go to court to see an actual judge rule on it. Because it's not there's not like I can't see anybody in the world being like, I really want that new Eminem album. Well, actually, I don't need to get the Eminem album. If I turn on Destiny stream, at one point that song's probably going to come up, And it's not like you can actually make a copy of the song off of a stream because there's always the game sounds and the talking over it. Like, at what point does it become like a transformative work instead of a derivative work?
Yeah.
One thing that people don't seem to realize when it comes to a lot of this stuff is that legal jargon doesn't really. I don't want to say it doesn't matter. Obviously, I'm talking a little bit of share, but like the legal jargon only means so much. Like the whole reason why judges and courts exist is because legal jargon is always up for debate. Like if somebody breaks the law, laws are different. But like there have been so many examples where like legal jargon is set to such a point, and then it gets taken to court, and a judge overthrows it because it's stupid or it's bullshit. The most recent example I can think of is like, for instance, like if you go to buy a NASCAR ticket. If you go to buy a NASCAR ticket to view like a live thing or whatever, on the NASCAR ticket it says that you understand that NASCAR is not liable for any and all events that happen, whether it's dismemberment, death, circumcision, like anything that happened, and NASCAR can't be held personally responsible. And when you buy the ticket, you agree to that. Like, you agree to that when you buy the ticket. But then they had an issue where like a car like came off the fucking track and a tire was thrown into the audience, and that still went to court, where judges and lawyers are now arguing over like what's a reasonable expectation for safety and blah blah blah. Like, so it's not like anybody can say, well, you signed it, you're fucked. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, you don't go to court just to have a judge read to you the text and say, well, there you go, fuck yourself, like, get them up your ass. That's all you're gonna do.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's definitely there are different. I mean.
Yeah, I could.
There's a lot of different things.
I could see it going either way. Like, you're playing music. Some people might come to your stream because they like your music, and you're making money off your stream. So, as a result of you making money and using music to attract people, like maybe somebody who holds a copyright could get butthurt over that. But like, even at that, like, it's not like turning the music off is going to increase sales for them. And if anything, you could always make the pirating argument that, well, fuck, like, it's more exposure for their music, and the person isn't necessarily directly profiting from the sales of said music, and they're not hurting your ability to sell the music. If anything, they're only increasing awareness of it. So I would really like to see that go to court. I would be really interested in seeing it go to court. Yeah,
I mean, that's where the gray line comes, right, between marketing, the marketing that really happens for the music, or the benefits from marketing, having other people do this type of thing, versus it really hurting your copyright. I mean, when we're talking about like MP3s and pirating and stuff like that, I mean, that's obviously different. I mean, you're actually you have like a full out copy of it, and you didn't pay for it, right? But when we're talking about I feel like this is
it's a lot
different.
More gray,
I mean, yeah, it is a lot more gray.
It's like there's not like a good precedent on this before, like we're still working off of these copyright laws that fucking, when was the last Copyright Act, like 1987 or something?
Yeah. Well, what this, a good example of this actually working as a positive, just having this music spread is I remember reading that Psy, right, with Gangnam Style. He was like telling folks to just put it on their YouTube channel. Like that was one of the parts that helped it become, like, the initial things that helped it get somewhat viral in the beginning. Is he didn't care. He's just like, dude, play it, just to try to get it really, really popular. So
sure.
There's definitely a lot of benefits from doing it too, but that's a little tangent, but
yeah.
But yeah, so playing in the background. I mean, you guys were having a discussion about just background, right? Like, music being played in the background, I guess, of games.
Yeah,
is like a different classification too.
The thing is, because the guy kept trying to say it, like, for TV shows and whatnot. Like, I think it's a little bit different there, because it's like the two major things are, you got like a derivative work and a transformative work. But the way that it's worded is kind of vague, so like I could see it going either way. But the idea is, like, because he was talking about like montages too. When you talk about making a montage to a song, or you have like a TV show that uses a song, usually the song becomes like the center, the focal point of whatever activity is going on, like in a movie trailer or something, like the song usually sets the tone, and the trailer is played to the song. On like a TV show, like I think of like House episodes where like a sad song comes on at the end because somebody dies. Like, the song usually takes like front stage, and it becomes very central and very important to whatever is being shown on screen at that point. Whereas in a stream, like, literally, it's just like something in the background. You can't really like, even if it's kind of loud, like, there's still the game sounds that come over it. There's still the person talking, the click of the keyboard. Like, it's not like it's just like a silent music stream where you're just listening to, shit like that. And I've also read that if you're filming like live TV or something, and there's music being played at a club after, like, around the place, you don't have to secure the rights for the music being played in the background, because it's not something that is like completely central to what's going on. But so much of it is so vague. Yeah. It's like, it's really vague, and there's no precedent, so it's really hard to say,
Yeah, there's all kinds of different classifications for copyright, if you guys didn't know. Like, parody is, some of you guys are talking about parodies is one of them, and it's like, the more and more you deviate from the actual original track, like the less and less, you know, that it
Yeah,
becomes
it becomes
yeah.
a transformative work rather than just a
Right,
derivative.
exactly. So yeah, copyright's definitely a crazy issue, but you know, I think it's, you know, nobody's really talked much about it really in regards to Twitch, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's been here and
really,
there people.
It's just really hard because it's something that honestly, like you can kind of talk about it, but it kind of has to go to court to really know like how things would play out. You know, it's just like it could go either way. In my opinion, I feel like it could go either way.
Let's just hope it doesn't. Let's hope
well, I
it
mean,
doesn't.
worst case scenario, I mean, you just stop playing music on streams, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, which would suck. I'm right for a lot of people. I mean, it is much more entertaining to have music on our streams.
I don't agree with that. It depends on who you are. There's like me and like 2 other people that play good music. I think most people would actually.
Oh come on, dude! Music is
Dude,
subjective.
I can't watch a stream when there's fucking K-pop. I can't do it, man. If I turn a stream on and it's oh, like that fucking G like that shit, like I go to a stream, I was like, I don't want to fucking.
And there's a lot of people that like that shit, dude. Okay,
bullshit.
so
I don't believe you.
All right, viewers, come on. Who likes K-pop right now? Type Steven doesn't know shit or something like that. There we go. See, there's a ton of people. I mean, K-pop is huge in our community.
I'm gonna guess. This is my guess, okay? I'm gonna type you my guess on Skype, and I'm gonna poll the audience, okay? And we'll see. I don't want to say it first because I don't want to influence it, okay? That's gonna be my guess.
All right, fine. No. Let me guess. Let me guess too. Let me guess too. I'm gonna type it to you, and I'm gonna say.
No way, man.
Dude, I'm telling you. Okay, so you ask them. You ask the viewers.
I posted the poll.
Oh, is it? I've never been to this site.
This is a free poll, man. Freepolls.com. How can you go wrong?
Dude, link it to me again. I just like scrolled up too fast, man.
Yeah, we crashed it. Sorry. Fuck. Oh, here you go.
God, you linked it like 6 times. I can't freaking get to it. Just ask them. Just ask them outright.
No, I can't because it's hard because it's a bias. I see all the no's, you see all the yeses. That's alright. After the poll refreshes, we'll know.
Okay, alright. We'll wait for the poll to come up. But the poll is basically how many, like, what is your guess as on how much of the community likes K-pop? Like, what percentage? That's pretty much what the poll is. I'm not gonna say what we guessed, but I bet I'm right, dude, or at least I'm closer. All right, why don't we start taking some questions here from the Reddit thread, and let me sort it by time. All right, so who else plays good music while I'm doing this on their stream?
Only me.
You just said more, you and a few others. So who are the others?
Anybody else that plays my music.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, what are your thoughts on third-person anti-cheat applications? I think we kind of talked about that. I don't think there are any major... well, he says, I know some anti-cheating applications for Counter-Strike requires your operating system to be 64-bit because the cheats only work on 32-bit. Blah blah blah. But the thing is, it works better than not having anything at all. Yeah, I don't know of any third-party anti-cheat programs right now for StarCraft. I feel like people could write one though. It's.
I mean, if Blizzard wasn't lazy, it's pretty easy. You just go to the hack forums, get the hacks, and then. But I don't know how Blizzard's warden thing works. Like they wait for a long time to ban in waves and shit, and like, I don't know.
Okay, aspiring if I'm running. Okay, it says as an so Monifix says as an aspiring. Let me flip it over so you guys can read too. As an aspiring player, I find it hard to stay motivated when I keep running into hackers on a regular basis. It makes me constantly question myself when I play and severely distracted from the enjoyment of what should be fair competition. Nothing feels worse than trying to learn from a loss, only to discover that your opponent simply cheated. My question is, what is your advice for coping with hackers on the ladder in a healthy way without losing motivation or letting it affect your play?
In StarCraft 2, vision isn't really as important as in like a MOBA. So like even if somebody is cheating, It's not that, like, I'll never lose to a Platinum or Diamond player that cheats ever. Or even a Masters player. I shouldn't. I mean, I suck now, but maybe. But, like, for the most part, like, hacking isn't going to give you... Unless they're doing, like, crazy, stupid fucking cheeses or something.
Yeah, like one-day stuff, right? I mean...
Yeah, like, really. But even at that, you can scout better. Like, somebody hacking against you just means that you need to scout a little bit better if they're catching you off guard with cheesing and shit. So, I mean, like, it shouldn't be that big of a demotivator, in my opinion. Dude, look at how connected to the community I am. You can ask me any question about the community, and I will spit back, like, the statistics that they'll give you. I know, dude. I fucking feel them.
Wait, what is
like,
this?
I'm on the pulse of eSports, man.
What? Let me see. Let me see this. Are you talking about the poll? Oh, yeah, come on. Jeez.
My guess was 25%, guys.
Ah, shit. Mine was 50.
Damn. That feels so good. I need to take a fat break. Can I turn my camera on for a second?
Shit. Oh, man. Okay, just so people can see. Go vote, guys, if you like K-pop, so you can help my cause. I said 50%. Even though I personally don't. Okay, let's see. Next question. Do you think NASL DreamHack... Oh, this is from CJ Scud... It's just CJ Scadudo, which I think he's the Barcraft... Is he the Barcraft Apparels guy? Let me just make sure. He's sending me some stuff, so I just wanted to plug Barcraft Apparels if that is him. I think it is him. Anyways, do you think NASL, DreamHack, Iron Squid, and other leagues will collectively form a WCS-style league of their own? People love an underdog and will likely support the formation of such a league. No.
I don't think... Would Blizzard let them do that?
No, of course not.
I don't think Blizzard would let them do that.
No, I don't think they would let them do that either. I mean, officially, they should be able to do like events that are on a non-WCS, you know, a non-WCS weekend or whatever. So I think they could do that officially, but obviously, I think the promotion of it would be limited, to say the least.
Yeah, I don't know. Blizzard would, because Blizzard owns the rights to broadcasting the game. If Blizzard says you can't broadcast your game, then you're just kind of fucked. So I don't think anybody could do that, you know?
Yep. Fentos, okay, he's asking about just commercial music. We kind of talked about that. Seabard. Let's see, it would be interesting more league examples. What? It would be interesting to use more league examples and compare it to StarCraft 2, since this is the main asset that Destiny can bring to the SE2 community right now. Is he talking about...
I don't know. Yeah, the problem is I don't know much about the League Pro scene yet because I still suck. I'm still working.
Is there any cheating in League? Do you know of any? I've never heard of them.
Not in any professional events, I don't think so.
Alright, we'll talk about...
But Riot's method of handling that is way different. They've got the whole tribunal system and everything.
Which we'll talk about next week.
Oh.
But yeah, they have a total different system, which... At
in
least
the
there's a
World
system.
Finals, the Zubo cheated? Well, wait, but that was different. Whoa, that's like way different. Sorry. So they had some problem in the finals where people were turning back and like looking
on the screen.
Yeah, but that's like we're talking about like hack programs and shit. But that's way.
That was. It had something to do with how the positioning of the tables were too.
The boxes, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like you're kind of being tempted to do it too. So it's. I don't want to say you should do it. Yeah. So they. Yeah, that doesn't count. But yeah, in-game, online, I don't know. I haven't really heard of any leak cheating, so maybe there's not. Okay, so eBag, when Destiny started playing Far Cry 3 and other games that were not League and SE2 related on stream, he was saying he would be releasing game reviews. What happened to that?
I wanted to do it. Dude, there's so much stuff I want to do, but there's just like not enough time. Like, I have to give up wanting to be a top-tier player at a game if I wanted to do all that. Like, playing and doing content production is impossible. You can't do both. It's just not possible to do both at the same time. So I'm tempted sometimes to just drop the playing aspect and to just do a whole bunch of entertainment content because I think I could do it pretty well and it would be a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
But I like playing too much. Like it's like what I've always loved to do. Like I can't just stop playing a game and just do entertainment. It's like that's not fun for me. I would lose interest in it so fast and everything would feel forced and just I wouldn't be able to do it.
You mean the entertainment part?
I wouldn't be able to drop the professional playing part, like playing something to be as good as you can be at it. I can't drop that part because it would drive me crazy to not be playing a lot, you know?
Okay. So, but what do you think would be more successful in the long run?
The entertainment part would probably let me a lot more money in the short run and the long run, I think. I could build a really good persona around that, and I could do a lot of entertaining content for like my YouTube channel and shit.
Yeah.
And then casting and whatnot is always more lucrative than than the playing aspect. So like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's interesting statement. Given that again, you're for the love of the game. Okay, I don't even get this. So I'm just gonna ask it anyways, and I'm just probably a troll. But crazy said.
Oh god.
Should I read it?
Yeah, I already know the name. It's stupid. So let's hear it.
Steven, do you have any comments on what happened with Wilson? Also, have you spoken to him since it happened? None of us have seen him.
I unmodded him in my chat because every time like a mod would act, he would be like freaking out and be like rise up against the mods and shit, and like people were getting mad and it was leading to a lot of spam. I just unmodded him. I didn't ban him or anything. I just unmodded him.
Oh gosh. Okay, would you make the switch to Dota 2 instead of League? StarCraft 2 fanbase sure likes it. TL.
No. Is that guy's name Falcon?
Yes, Falcon Tard.
Don't ever read anything from him ever.
Okay, okay.
Never switching to League ever, or to Dota 2 ever. I'm never switching.
Okay. Why is that? Besides the fact that it was asked by him.
Can somebody link me? Can you guys link Falcon's thread in the stream chat, and then you'll get an idea of what this guy is?
Well, I mean, regardless of what he says, it's a fair question. I mean, it's just a question. Like,
because the fan base isn't there for it. There's no proof that the fan base is going to get there for it. I don't see Dota 2 competing directly with League in terms of stealing viewers and stealing players from them. Dota 2 will be successful, no doubt, but Dota 2 will never reach LoL levels of player base or viewership in tournaments. In my opinion, I don't ever see it happening. It could happen, I could be wrong, but if it does, it's not like League is going to die at the same time. Why would I take a big gamble and switch to Dota 2 when there's no proof that it'll actually take over League in popularity? Like that would be... Right. It would be a really dumb decision for me. Oh, you can click that link. He's like insanely fanboys Dota 2. Oh my god.
Okay, let me click on this.
If you click, look at this stuff that he writes. This is just wrote on my server to try to get me to switch. Now you see this post? You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, now scroll all the way to the bottom.
Holy.
There's like, yeah, it keeps going.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Holy shit. He does these like every 2 months. He writes like this 7 trillion word text. That's like a whole bunch of like, I really like Dota 2 and.
Well. At least he really likes Dota 2.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, moving on. Let's see. Okay, Toss Nibble. Yeah, we covered that. What do you think about the current state of League of Legends in EU? Potential pro players have to work way more to get into the scene than players in NA. Is that true? I didn't know that.
No, but it's true. It sucks.
That's the opposite.
I don't know much about the LoL scene. What's the difference in breaking into the LoL scene in EU as opposed to NA? I'm not sure. Just because the EU players are better?
It's just probably just the number of teams, right? Maybe there's more teams in EU than NA. I don't know. I honestly I don't even know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Says how many games would Destiny say he plays every day that are impacted by stream cheats? How much does it mess with his MMR? Does he think it's
anymore.
a major factor?
I put a delay on. Fuck that shit. Everybody's a piece of shit. Everybody's a terrible person. I
have to read the end of it, dude. Does he think it's a major factor at keeping him from making GM?
No. Fuck you. I'm the kind of guy that carries around his gun with him in real life, just waiting for somebody to start shit. I can't wait to fucking kill somebody. That's how much I hate everybody.
Oh my god.
So when it comes to stream cheating, dude, I jack that delay up. You can try and ghost me, motherfucker. You're gonna be ghost in the past. I don't fuck with that shit anymore. I'm done. Yes. I'm done with all that. I'm done with all that. That delay kicked up, dude. When I got back from Poland, I kicked in that delay. I gained like 400 elo in like 3 days. All them ghosters got blown the fuck away.
Oh, awesome.
Not even joking. I'm not even exaggerating.
Really?
I was like on
400 like, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I just turn on the delay and it's like, wow, I'm not getting magically ganked from all of these close angles at every single moment of my life.
The days of the 0-10. 0-10 days are gone. Okay, so Wonderboy55 asks, what are your opinions on third-party apps that make the game easier to play? Examples being jungle timers for League and build timers for StarCraft 2. Are those in-game tools? Like they help you while you're playing the game, or
no? He's talking about going to a website that would keep track of it for you.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I don't mind those.
On a tournament setting, everybody needs to be even. So if there are tools like that available, those tools need to be put into a pool of tools that everybody's allowed to draw from. In terms of laddering or playing like that, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Destiny streams LoL for viewers to be able to play games and support his family at the same time. Yet it seems wherever he streams SC2, a game he openly states he prefers, largely in part to the 1v1 aspect, his viewer counts seem to get higher. Can you ask him about this?
We're talking about this so much. Okay, so I'm not sure.
This might be okay. This is the last time for at least a few weeks we talk about this.
I don't know. I don't know if I can sustain the 5,000 or 6,000 viewers on StarCraft 2. It's still pretty rare that I stream it. If I were to stream StarCraft 2 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, I'm not sure if I could sustain those numbers. Because there's still a bit of novelty to me streaming it, much the same way that when Idra or Stefano streams, there's novelty to that. You notice that when Idra started mass streaming, his numbers dropped off quite a bit compared to when he would only stream every now and then. So I'm not sure if I could sustain those numbers. That being said, there's that aspect of it. So one, I don't know if it's sustainable for me to do it. Two, the competition in StarCraft 2 is impossible. There's no way to ever make money off of that game unless I become the best, like one of the best players in the world. I thought that with the WCS stuff it would change. I legitimately spent a lot of time thinking about putting StarCraft 2 back on my schedule a lot more when the WCS was announced, like making it like a Monday, Tuesday thing, or even a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday thing, because if I only have to compete against NA players, like fuck, like I would like to play those tournaments. Like that would be a lot of fun for me because I would have like a decent shot at winning, or not winning, but like finishing top 8 or top 4 in NA only tournaments. Hell yeah!
Yeah, that would be a huge deal for.
Yeah. So like that, that was something that would have been a huge motivation for me to do that. But again, like it's not region locked. The tournament situation is still totally fucked. You have to be the best player in the world pretty much if you want to finish well in any tournaments. And the third thing. So the first thing was I don't know if I could sustain my 5, 6, 7, 8K viewers. Whatever, doing Heart of the Swarm. The second thing is the tournament scene for StarCraft 2 is fucked. Only Koreans are winning money, and it's probably not going to change for a long time because Blizzard's not going to do anything about it. Three, Riot is way better at managing their game than Blizzard. Everybody is better at managing their game than Blizzard. Honestly, Blizzard could fucking open source StarCraft 2 and just give it to the community, and we could manage it better than them. Like Blizzard just sucks shit at managing it. No, they're fucking terrible. Like they're totally fucking incompetent. There's no excuse anymore, like, for a AAA company. No, fucking they'll get there, a AAA company. Like, that's such bullshit. That's like Neil Armstrong who's on the moon, and fucking EA forgot to send the DLC for the rocket boosters to get back to Earth.
They've done a ton more.
NASA fucked up, you know, like...
They've done a ton more in the last 10 months, or 10 months then.
What, they've made
You're still talking like it was like a year ago. I mean,
yeah, but they've made promises, but they haven't followed through on anything. They got it was like, holy shit, like... They did the equivalent to what Korean streamers do, where like a Korean sees me, the Korean sees me and they're like, oh my god, like he makes money streaming, let's make a stream, and then it's shit tier quality, shit tier music, no commentary, they off race and they fucking do cheesy strats. Like that's what Blizzard did. They're like, damn dude, like Riot got their shit together and this LCS shit, okay, WCS, it's not working, shit. You know, like that's like what the fuck?
What do you mean it's not working? It just started. Come on.
Yeah, we're like, we can't even go anymore down. I guess, like, actually, maybe it's like an ingenious plan by them. Like, they started so fucked up that any kind of improvement, it can only get better from here, right? Like, maybe that's like, like, you know. So Blizzard's incompetence compared to any other company in the history of mankind. I would rather have Coney managing the WCS. Yeah, Coney 2012 could probably, his campaign could manage WCS better.
Oh my god. Okay, now you're getting ridiculous.
So regardless, so Blizzard's incompetence is a huge turnoff. No offense to Blizzard. I'm sorry.
No offense to Blizzard after just like.
No offense to Blizzard. Okay, a little bit offense to Blizzard. Like,
jeez.
And then you have the fact that popular streamers on LoL still get way more viewers than popular people in StarCraft 2, and I don't know if that'll ever change. Like bringing up the LoL streams right now, I see that the most popular LoL viewer has 16. I've never even heard of. Who is BoxBox? A guy named BoxBox has 16,000 viewers right now. I've never even heard of this guy before.
Yeah, but so, you know, how much of how much segue have you made in the League community? You know, like I feel like a large amount are still the same guys watching you. They just happen to be watching League instead of.
Well, but I still suck too, though. Like I'm really good at League. I'm one of the better StarCraft players, or at least I was in the world. Even you know, you suck NA I'm like fuck, it's still GM. Like I was still one of the better guys in the world at StarCraft 2. I'm not at that point yet in League. I'm still working on that a lot in League. When I hit Challenger in League, I think that I'll get a lot more viewers. If I'm lucky for League and there's a day where no one else is streaming, I can still... Like yesterday, like I wasn't doing anything special at all. I was still being relatively quiet. I played a few games with Beeps, and I had 8,000 viewers, 9,000 viewers almost, for no reason.
Really?
Just because nobody else was streaming. But it was just because nobody else was streaming at the time, you know? So like if I could... There's so much more for me to... I would rather be an entry-level employee in a company whose CEO makes $10 billion annual rather than an upper-level management employee in a company
the cap
whose
is
CEO
much bigger.
Makes,
I know what you mean.
200,000 annual, you know?
Yep, got it. Okay, let's move on. Don't you guys think this is just the nicest? Okay, Madman's giving you props for giving his brother John a shout out.
Wow, thanks.
Oh, there's another same questions before. That's not worth it. Look through these two, man. Help me find some of them.
Oh, you want me to click the thread and look? Are you fucking real right now? Link to that thread. Oh,
Heaven forbid you actually have to look for questions too, man.
Call me. Alright, unfiltered. Control F. Unfiltered. Number 5. Okay, I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom. Get the worst of the worst. Enjoy your 50 viewers. Damn, you got burned hard by 420 no scope. How much money will it take to get Steven to play Baker Street on the saxophone? I don't know what Baker Street is, but I'm sure it's great.
You don't know Baker Street? Come on. Are you serious?
What is Baker Street? Can you sing it to me?
No.
Why not?
I'm not gonna sing you Baker Street. Just look it up. It's like a famous song.
Is it by Jerry Rafferty?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I know.
Come on, it's like a super popular song.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, it's a tenor sax. It wouldn't be that hard. Okay, I'll play it someday for you guys. We'll do another donation drive for my second.
How often do you still play, dude?
I try to practice every morning. I need to get smaller.
Really? Holy shit, man. That's good.
Yeah, dude. Man, I've been working out too. Are you proud of me?
Shut up. You don't work out.
I'm serious, dude. I started in like 6 months.
Really?
I started working out like a month and a half ago. Yeah, every morning. I'm working it. I'm still working it, okay?
You drinking protein shakes and shit too?
No. I'm just starting slow, nice and gentle.
Oh my god, working out. That's called exercising. That's
I'm doing
not
like
working
the push-ups
out.
and shit. I can do 15 push-ups right now. I can do 15
Alright, let me see that shit. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it.
No, now I'm fucking on the spot. I'm nervous as fuck.
Oh fuck, let's see it. Move your camera. I want to see 50 push-ups right now.
Are you real?
Yeah.
I should be raising some money for this. I already did
some money for this.
My arms are a little bit sore. I can try it.
Oh really my god, you're such a pansy. Let's see it, man.
I did arms today already, man. I'm broke as shit. All right, we'll try it.
50 push-ups.
Dude, I'm gonna start laughing and shit. Oh shit.
Did you say 50? Wait. Did you say 15 or 50?
15? Are you serious? I can't do 50 push-ups.
Oh, 15? Oh my god. Give me a fucking break. Alright, let's see it. Alright, let me see you struggle through 15 push-ups, okay? Let me see this.
Dude, no way. You put me on the spot.
I thought you said 50. I was like, dude, I'd be impressed. I mean, you got QXC doing like 50 one-handed push-ups. I mean, it's like...
No, wait, what?
Yeah.
One-handed push-ups?
Dude, he has a YouTube video of him like in China or I forget where it was, doing 50 one-handed push-ups on the street. Like, it was crazy.
That's crazy as fuck, man.
Yeah, Kevin's fucking
strong,
can really
do that? He can really do 50 one-handed push-ups?
Dude, look it up. YouTube. Go to YouTube right now.
Real, like with good form. Not
you're not distracting me, by the way. You're still doing 15 of them, but you're not distracting me. Yeah, let me find it. Push-ups. QXC push-ups. Somebody find it. Let me see.
Oh, Icom linked the video. Okay.
Oh, 25. Sorry, 25. Sorry, 25.
21.
He said
25 is pretty impressive too. Here. I think Kim Fan was
No. Your legs have to be together. Your neck, your spine, and your heels all have to be in a straight line.
Yeah.
That's not even close to a push-up.
Dude, they're different. They're different types of push-ups. There's different types.
Your chest should be like a tennis ball away from the floor when you do a push-up.
Well, it depends on what. Oh, okay. Well, sure, but different push-ups do work different parts of the body, right? So
what? So this push-up works. What? Your pelvic.
Come on. All right, you're discrediting that, dude. Come on. All right, let me see this. All right,
21.
He said 20 one-handed push-ups.
All right,
apparently instead of
we're looking at this video, okay, of QXC doing push-ups. All right.
21 two-handed push-ups.
Dude, that's still pretty. That's still okay. Let me see your 15. But all right, when I see your 15, then you can start talking. Let me see it.
Dude, I can't. You're putting me on the spot, man.
Oh God, he's such a wuss, guys. Come on.
Dude, the last time
you're the person that said you could do them, man. You're the person.
Okay, you're really gonna bring me back to these memories? Yeah, it's like cringe video. What if I went up on our cringe? I can't do that, man.
No, God.
Next week,
You're such a man. You just talking shit.
If I get up to like 20.
I don't believe he can do 15 push-ups, guys.
No,
That's
you're eating hard,
I mean,
dude.
all I know is what I know, man. It's
We'll do.
you know, I know that QXC can do 25 of those kind of push-ups. You know, I know that.
I can do 50. I can do 50 two-handed push-ups if you let me do it like that.
50 or oh, come on.
I'll make 100 of those, but if you let me do it with that, like if I get to do it like that, I could probably do 50 of those.
Oh shit! Steven teaching us dance moves now, man.
What?
Gee, teaching us dance moves now, going like that. Holy shit, man. All right, man. All right, we're gonna
Next week will be the push-up week, okay?
Oh my god, it's gonna be our whatchamacallit? Our what's the fitness? What's the thing they did in NESL? It's my god, I like total. What's the NESL segment, guys?
The Bulldozer Show.
No, it's the one that Frodan and Lauren do. It's something fitness. What's it called, guys? It's oh my god, I'm having a total brain fart. I used to love that segment too. Fierce Fitness, yeah, Fierce Fitness. That's what it is. You ever seen Fierce Fitness?
No. Why doesn't In Control capitalize more on fitness? In Control and Idra could do shows on that shit. I bet people would watch it. People would love to do that shit.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Like really, like a show with like Idra and In Control walking through like exercises at the gym. I bet people would go crazy. Even people that don't work out would probably like to see that shit.
Yeah. No,
have you ever heard of the Hodge twins on YouTube?
Yes, we talked about the Hodge.
Oh my god! Could you imagine Idra and Machine being like the fucking
Hans and Franz,
like, the Hedge twins, and it could be like HEG twins, the Hedge twins, fucking Machine and Idra. That's like a $20,000 idea I should have sold to EG right there. Holy shit! That would be pretty
good. I have to say that would be pretty good.
That would be fucking amazing. Good. Oh my god! Somebody make it happen.
You can have those portable, those mobile streamers too. Have you ever seen those mobile streaming cameras?
Yeah, dude. Avery Media just put one out.
Oh, did they? Okay, cool.
Like a capture card and shit. They could stream right.
Oh my god, dude! They could bring it to the gym and yeah, dude.
Holy shit!
That'd be some good. That'd be some good stuff. I'm sure they're not watching this, so I guess somebody can tell them later. But yeah, that'd be pretty good. I don't know why they don't either. They're always working. I mean, they work out a lot. You know, all those EG guys. So
yeah.
At least they used to. I don't know if they do any right now, but
yeah, people don't realize. I don't think a lot of new StarCraft fans don't realize Idra. Idra was honestly, like Idra was probably like smaller than me.
He was like me or you, basically. Now he's big.
Small. Yeah, very fucking small. And Idra can bench like 220 now. He grew a lot in like 6 months. Like 6 months to a year, Idra put on a lot of muscle. Like a lot of people, a lot of newer StarCraft fans or whatever, don't realize how small Idra was at one point in time. You can find like an old picture of Idra who literally had the spaghetti arms, like literally. I'm not even exaggerating. Like the before and after, he could do like a transformation video and like pimped out like whatever workout thing he wanted to, and people would have paid money for it. He grew a lot. It would be interesting to hear him talk about that more.
Oh my god, Idra talking about working out. That would be.
I'm not even joking.
That'd be pretty golden. That would be pretty golden.
Because it's a computer nerd that plays video games. Computer nerds are either really fat and overweight or really skinny and blah blah blah. But Idra was a computer nerd that played video games a lot, but he still grew a fuck ton while playing a lot of video games. So it's like every kind of nerd's dream to become ripped as fuck. A lot of people would give up a lot to have the to get the even just the arms that Idra has. You know, I don't know what he does for like the rest of his workout.
Well,
but...
you know, he works out with Jeff and Bryce, right, or Machine, and
sure, yeah.
Just as long as you're packing the protein, man, you're gonna be gaining a lot of muscle. So.
Oh yeah, but you still have to have the motivation to work out too, and it's not just it is. Like you have to clean up the rest.
Yeah, they do Insanity and all that shit. God, Insanity is fucking crazy. I can't do that. All right, let's see. Oh man, are you going to play HOTS after the show? Probably not, right? You usually play at night, right? That's when you play.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
How would you guys grow the scene? Oh god, really? That's gonna take forever.
How would you grow this? I don't know. That's a really complicated question.
Yeah. All right, one idea. Just one idea. What would you do?
Region lock tournaments would be a nice start.
What scale? Big ones or small ones?
NA, EU, and KR, and then whatever from there. I don't know.
No, I mean
an NA
like tournament wise, like
even like a large scale like NA tournament that was only NA, like if it covered all of it. Or what do you mean by scale? Like the prize money or like the,
no, I'm just talking about like at what level. I mean, because okay, Blizzard's not going to do it soon. Okay, so what I think, how would you grow the scene is probably a question more for what can we do right now.
I mean, people can't do anything. It's all in Blizzard at this point. Fuck.
Oh come
like,
on, that's not true.
Like that's what I had. Remember when I got screamed off DJ Wheat show? Like that's what I said. Like,
but that's not true.
And it's even more so in Blizzard's hands now because now they've taken over the tournament scene and not just the thing, not just the game itself. So like I don't know. I feel like we have to wait for Blizzard to kind of see what's going on. Otherwise, it's all like tournament organizers shit. Like I don't know what the community can do. Like what can the community do different?
Well, the community is a vast thing. I mean, the community includes these grassroots projects too, right? Like a lot of these smaller LAN tournaments. I mean, here's something. Should these LAN tournaments that have like $1,000 or $2,000 try to step it up to like be $10,000 tournaments?
If it's profitable for them to do it, then sure.
I mean,
or if they can find
none of these are profitable. Okay, so like people just do it to do it. I mean, like none of the tournaments are profitable. Like you said, that's true. That's actually true. Breaking even is actually very good. So, my question is like, for those people who just want to break even, it doesn't matter. Like stepping it up. I mean, is that something that can help grow this thing? Maybe fill in some of that segment that's missing.
Maybe. Hey, somebody linked a really good before Idra picture.
Where skinny Idra?
I posted in chat.
This. Okay, let's
take
an
example. Look at that little itty bitty arm.
I mean, oh my god! I mean, look at Yoast. I mean, this is from like. This is from like 8 years ago or something, right? How long ago is this from? Let me see the after picture. Here we go. God, I think the after picture loads up all. This is like one of those like diet before and afters. This one's like all high res and shit. The other one's like all low res and crap. Look at this. But yeah, I mean he's much bigger. There's no doubt. Okay, I mean Idra's much bigger. There's no doubt. So there's no arguing that. Okay, any more questions here? Let me refresh this, and if not, we'll call it a day. Tool. Can I do more push-ups than Steven? I don't know. I don't know what Steven's baseline is.
We're gonna do a push-up off, okay?
Oh yeah, that's right. Unfiltered push-off off. Push up off. I can't even pronounce it. Can't even say the damn thing. Show match. I'm gonna get Kevin on here to show you he can do push-ups right.
I don't doubt that he's probably strong and he can, but those aren't real push-ups, man. Come on.
I'm trying to read some of these. Sorry. I mean, just switch over so you know what I'm reading. Why do no other streamers have a Destiny tier music taste? Jeez, man.
Damn, dude. Rough as fuck.
Alright, favorite musicians. Top 5. Well, I'm looking.
I can't even think. My favorite musician of all time is Keith Jarrett. I think he's the best musician of any instrument to have ever lived, ever.
Keith
That's
Jarrett?
extremely limited. What?
Who's Keith Jarrett?
Piano player, master of the piano and improvisation. He's so fucking good.
Huh. Okay, I don't actually know him. Relating to cheating, would you say it's Blizzard's responsibility to handle stream cheating, or that it falls to the streamer taking that risk to deal with it? I mean,
if what?
Relating to cheating, is it Blizzard's responsibility to handle stream cheating, or that it's stream cheating is like not? I don't think it's Blizzard's responsibility. It's just that's the risk you have to take. If you're gonna try to monetize streaming, then it's just one of the things that comes with it. Is stream cheating bannable?
There you go. People are correcting me in chat. Here, look at this. This is a good one-handed push-up. Fuck that. Look at that range of motion.
Okay, let me see this. God, I can't believe we're talking about this shit.
That one. Look at that. All the way down. He's even going deeper than he needs to. Maybe. Damn. Oh shit.
Dude,
that's
quit
fucking,
fapping all over this shit.
That's a
Jesus,
man's
listen to this guy.
That's a man's
Listen to
one-handed
that, Steven.
Right, there you go.
Just
See
get
that
off.
shit?
Oh my god. All right. I gotta shut this shit off.
Oh, way
My
down.
God.
That's good.
All right,
Okay,
enough
sorry.
of that. Enough of that. My god. Oh god. Jeez. Oh man. Okay. Ask Destiny why he dumped Chad Mofo Jones from Headshot Hank.
I have no idea.
You
It's
dumped.
just we're
Did you
playing
dump him as
games.
your 2v2 player?
Chad motherfucking Jones. Let's do this shit. It just kind of rolls off the tongue.
Okay, what defines good music? Destiny.
It's totally. It just depends on the person. I don't know. It depends. You're gonna have like an objective conversation or like a subjective conversation. Like objectively, you can talk about.
What do you mean? It's like it is subjective. Isn't art
No,
subjective?
You're
I mean,
you're gonna have an objective conversation about music. Some people are objectively, better at handling their instruments or better at certain aspects of music than others. But then subjectively, it's all kind of your opinion, like what you like or don't like.
Oh, I guess you're talking skill versus. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
skill or creativity or whatnot versus whether or not you just like it or don't like it.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, it's too hard to talk about. Honestly, music without just like you said. Let's see. So, Destiny, have you ever considered going to college? You're obviously one of the smartest people on the internet and probably the world. Oh my god! I'm sure the Ivy League would be glad to have you. Holy shit! Okay, this guy's with Bronchito.
Because I'm so dark and edgy with all the intellect, my massive brain. Dude.
So yes or no? Have you ever considered going to college?
Oh, I probably will at some point. I have to. It would be silly for me not to take advantage of my stream. Writing papers and shit, I could crowdsource that stuff so fucking easily.
I bet there are StarCraft classes.
No, fuck that. I mean, like, go to real school and get like a real degree. Like, I could crowdsource so much of my shit.
But
like, I have econ homework. Like, I've got econ homework, and I really want to ladder tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and post my 30 problems online, and like, I could just have I could source them out to my stream. Like, you guys can all figure these problems out. Email me back the explanations and shit.
So, are you gonna put you're gonna put the internet as the recipient of the degree at the end?
Well, bro, I'm the one that did the research. I just had other people helping me with it.
What research? You posted it like on some open community.
What can I say, man?
It'd be a cool experiment, though. I have to say, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. And if I don't understand anything, I would never need a tutor. It would be like really easy to ask anybody anything because I've got like experts on everything. I love that. That's like my number one thing that I absolutely fucking love about being as popular as I am. But it seems like I'm at a point where I can find anybody who knows anything about everything. Ever.
I know what you mean. I feel I know exactly what you mean. I kind of feel like that too.
I bought a mixer and it was a bad mixer because there's always a hum on one of the channels, And I'm so frustrated trying to figure out what's causing the hum on the channel. So I like tweet and I'm like, yo, like, is there literally like I need somebody with like a PhD in electronics or something or physics or whatever this would be to tell me why this mixer. And I had this guy add me and he's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, yo, do you know shit about this? Like for real? And he's like, yeah. And he links me his resume and he's got like a master's degree at some university and like 3 different jobs. And like, holy shit. And then he knows the answer completely. He's like, well, you see, like this power supply was designed to be used in Europe, and since their things are such a voltage and here it's such a voltage, the hertz of the frequency of the waveform that comes through the different power outlets are such that your mixer is designed to block the signal coming from a European outlet but not an American one. So that hum that you hear, if you go and listen to like a 60 hertz hum, it's going to sound like the one you hear in your mixer,
wow,
right?
Okay.
I listened to it and I'm like, damn. And it's like, yeah, it is a 60 hertz hum. And he's like, yeah, that's because the mixer is designed to block a 50 hertz hum from like a 200. I was like, holy shit. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it is really cool.
Yeah,
it is really cool
yeah.
whenever it's to the point where you're following, whether it's like you or TB or JP or any of those guys. Literally, you can just tweet something when you need to know something, right? Anything, and about 20-30 people know. So it's really cool that way. There's a place for people like that. People that can connect you to the right people. Or
yeah, it's called internet forums. You just need to make your name a girl. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not kidding. That's actually
There's like a
true.
bash.org quote where it's got like 15 people coming into a chat room in a row, and they're like, "Hey, can anybody help me with a C++ project, or can somebody please explain the difference between
I hate
object-oriented
that.
programming?"
Yes,
And then
I
you
hate
say
that.
like the one is where it's like Ashley 14 or like Ashley like 24 or whatever comes in the chat room and is like, "Hey, can somebody help me out with some JavaScript?" And there's like 15 people that are like, "Yo, what's up? Hey, what do you need help with?" Like, "Yeah, I'm a Java programmer," and it's like, or JavaScript. I work with JavaScript, and I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Hey, do you coach anymore? But at what
No.
cost, S?
I mean, I could, but it's really expensive. I charge $100 an hour, and I don't even want to do it for that much.
You
I
don't
still, like,
even
owe
want
a guy
to
less.
do it for $100 an hour.
I hate coaching. I mean, I can do it if people pay me enough. I don't mind it. I dedicate so little time to StarCraft 2 that I feel like I should be playing. And there's one or two guys right now that I owe a lesson to that we keep missing each other on Skype, so I should do them before scheduling anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Coaching league is probably out of the question right now.
Probably. I can't even imagine that.
Oh, it says, Sequence 6 says, "Hey, Destiny, what is your relationship with Idra and In Control now since the incident on Inside the Game?"
I'm not sure. I think I could probably message either one and be okay. I just don't have any reason to talk to him. I know I'd be okay with Jeff. Jeff's a pretty cool dude. Jeff is a really cool dude. I can't tell about Mr. Gregors as much, though. He seems like an okay guy in person, but I don't know
He's a
him
nice
friendly
guy,
enough.
too. Greg's a nice
Yeah,
guy,
like,
too.
seems like, yeah. So, I mean, I can't imagine that if I messaged him, he would be like, "Fuck you, you know, Mexican spick," or some shit. I think we would be okay. Or Cuban. I'm sorry, fuck. I'm sorry, Mom.
Okay, Drunk Chamak asks, here's a question for Steven. 3 weeks ago, Riot Freak stated that in LCS, the team that gets first blood has a 70% chance to win the game. Do you think that the snowballing effect is too great in League, or do you feel it's a drawback to the watching experience? I personally stopped watching when the gold lead surpasses 4K because I know the outcome of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really complicated discussion on balancing with Riot. When you've balanced a game so close such that nothing is overpowered anymore, then it means that if somebody snowballs, the opportunity for comebacks are very difficult because nothing is overpowered and everything is perfectly balanced, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if somebody gets the leader lane, like, really, that just goes to show that the game is relatively balanced. If somebody gets their first blood, that they win 75% of the time. Like, that's how it works with really balanced games. That's the problem with really balanced games.
Well, you can balance games with... Well, okay, so... You're right.
We're kind of befuddling terms,
I mean,
but it's more.
yeah.
It's more like leaving. It's more like you can balance a game by making everything even on both sides, or you can balance a game by having unbalanced things on both sides. Does that make sense? Like a lot of people argue for Dota, then in Dota.
That's not balanced. I mean,
well, it kind of is. Having.
I mean, those are contradictory things you just said there. I mean,
it sounds like it, doesn't it? But for instance, like Defiler Swarm with Lurker and StarCraft Brood War was probably like a lot of people would argue that that's unbalanced. It's really fucking strong. It's game-breakingly powerful, and it was. But all three races had something like that was just really fucking strong, you know?
But that doesn't mean that they're unbalanced to begin with. They were never unbalanced to begin with.
Like, I understand. I'm playing a little bit with the words, but, like, you know what I mean, right? Like, rather than nerfing everything so that everything is, like, perfectly nice, instead of, like, leaving really strong things on each side, such that...
Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just basically the range of which, you know, the power of each of the units are very, very large. I mean, that's kind of... Yeah, that's one thing that makes the games entertaining is when you can have kind of comebacks, but it's a fine line. It's definitely a fine line.
Asymmetric balance as opposed to symmetric balance. Troller Coaster said it in chat. That was a really good way to describe it.
That's a good description of it. Yeah. All right, let's do one more. Oh God, some of these. All right, I'm gonna let you guys help me look at some of these. So how's the fundraiser going?
God, I got all my money, surprisingly, amazingly.
Amazingly, whatever. You got a great following.
I get it. Like that's amazing. Like in one night I can raise as much money as it used to take me 2 weeks of backbreaking work doing carbon storage.
Seriously?
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I love everybody very much, even though I hate everybody at the same time. I still love them. Is that possible? Or am I contradicting myself again? My love for you is balanced yet unbalanced when I talk about...
Oh, man. I don't think I see any other good ones here. Okay, so how big a problem do you think? All right, this last question. Truly, truly fabulous. How big a problem do you think ELO boosting is in League of Legends? Also, don't you think Pink Taric is truly fabulous?
Sure, Pink Taric is fabulous. Elo boosting is not that big of a problem. Like, if somebody gets Elo boosted, eventually when they start playing, they'll just drop down to where they were before anyway. So it's whatever.
Yeah, that's true. All right, dude. I think that's gonna be it, man. Good show. Good show. We'll talk about the tribunal and policing your own game, I guess, next week.
Sure.
And I'm doing something new with Pro Corner too, either starting next week or the week after. And I'll talk a little bit about it too, because I'm not doing I'm like completely reformatting the show, so it's going to be something completely different and still has the objective of helping players, but it's going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to be cool. It might not have a ton of viewers, but I still want to do it with obviously through Grey Torp, and I'm pulling on a sports psychologist too, so that might give you an idea of what we might be doing. But
Gotcha.
yeah. So, anyways, you want to do any shout-outs? Thank you, dude. Forgot to do them last week, so.
Shout-outs to everybody. Phoenix for sponsoring me. You still can't buy their mouse from us, but hopefully they'll be in stock soon. They're working on a completely new ODM for the mouse, so it's not based on that one shell anymore. So that'll be cool. So shout-outs to them. The keyboard should be out soon too. Also, shout-outs to, if you go to destiny.gg, you can scroll down and you can enroll in my fantasy league.
Fantasy League? Really?
Yeah, dude, it's like fantasy football or whatever, except with League. So you can put together your own team of League champions and shit. The GUI is all nice and cute. And I'm actually giving away about almost $400 worth of cash.
Oh, wow.
Depending on how you finish by June 30th is when the first like kind of preseason thing will end, or like beta season will end.
Did you link it?
So yeah, check that out. Go to destiny.gg/league.
Let me see this. Destiny.gg/league. Oh, wow. Oh, so it's integrated into your site?
Yeah, and then it's linked to your Twitch account. If you want to earn money for winning, you have to be a subscriber, but anybody can play.
That's pretty cool. Let me see.
Yeah, it is.
Is it just for League, or?
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. I don't think I could do this with StarCraft. Could I? I don't think so.
So it's you doing this. It's not like a third party.
No. Yeah,
site?
this is all of this is in house in the Destiny.
Oh, wow.
house.
Okay. Oh, that's neat, man. That's definitely neat. Let me see what some of these rules are here. Okay, so it's all how you score points by...
Wow, you're ad blocking my site? What the fuck?
No, I'm not.
Scroll down. What's that? Please turn off ad block, you motherfucker.
What are you talking about?
Please consider turning off ad block to this website. Where's the Goatsy Man? I told Sinisa to put the Goatsy Man there. God damn it.
Oh. Well, maybe I did block it for that. I'm generally not blocking it, though. I must have been blocking it for something there.
I'm done with this show. I'm gonna go star on Meta with Artosis now. Fuck you.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, you bastard. Okay, yeah, check that out, guys. Definitely check out the this League Fantasy thing. Yeah, there's definitely a place for fantasy. And, I've talked to the eSports fantasy guys, too, or fantasy eSports guys, too, a bit. And they're doing some cool things, too, with StarCraft. But... definitely a cool space. Maybe one of these days we'll talk about fantasy. That'd be fun, man.
Sure.
So what are the metrics, or what are the point system here? It's just how many kills and assists and shit?
No. It's like it's just wins or losses right now. I might make it more complicated in the future. Yeah, it's just like well, I guess in fantasy leagues they've taken out more account.
Yeah, statistics. Statistics are cool. You should integrate statistics if you...
Well, but one of the problems is there's already so many websites that integrate statistics that it's hard to be original. Like, I have to think of ways to put it together that's not... Because if I were to just go by raw statistics, then all you would have to do is go to, like, a big league site, look up the best statistics, and then make your team that, and then you win, you know?
Oh, so this isn't based... Okay, so this isn't based on... This is based on pro play.
This is only based on the games that I personally play on my
stream.
stream.
You personally play. Okay,
yeah.
Right. Oh, that's... Okay, that's an interesting angle.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's. I mean, everybody can pick any. I mean, you can pick any lineup you want, right? Like a lot of these lineups look almost identical, right?
The reason the lineups look identical is because a lot of the champs are pretty expensive, very expensive, and there's 3 free champs that are rotated each week. And so the idea is, as you earn more points, you can kind of build your team based on saving up for certain champs. You know, like everybody would want Draven because I play Draven a lot on my stream and I win because I'm fucking good. You know. So
when's it start over? When's it start over? Like, it's a weekly thing?
You can enroll anytime you want. This season just started, like, today, and it'll end on June 30th.
June 30th. Oh, wow. So it's 2-3 months?
Yeah.
You should make it shorter, dude. You should make it like a month. or something.
Well,
like
but
that.
I'm giving away like $400. I can't do that every month, dude. I'll go broke.
Well, give
Fuck
away less,
you.
and I mean, it's.
I might. I've thought about it. I'll think about it.
Because you're screwed. Like if I want to join
I like-
midway through the season, I'm screwed. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
of
you
course.
would be. I agree. But think maybe champions would get cheaper. I don't know. No, never mind. Yeah, I'd have to think about it more. I gotta think about it more. I like the idea though of being able to plan a long-term strategy. Like I'm gonna build this team here, and I'm gonna pick up that champ. In 2 weeks when I get enough points, I'm gonna pick up that champ. And
Yeah.
like, I like the idea of being able to plan for like strategies like that, rather than making it a 1 month like luck fest where everybody just grabs all the champions in the beginning and then they cross their fingers and they hope they win real fast.
Well, I mean, how often can you switch your lineup?
I don't know. Fucking read the rules.
Fucking A, I don't want to fucking read. Yeah, that's why I have you on here. Okay, but anyways, guys, check that out. It's a pretty cool concept, dude. Especially from the angle of your opponents. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But okay, shout outs from me. I don't think I have just the mods as usual for helping out with the channel, and Sin K Dots for being like one of my only subscribers. So always a big shout out to him. And let's see, rest of the shows this week: Wednesday night Sprites, tomorrow night. Stephanie Harvey will be a guest on it. I'm not sure if you guys know her. And
I'm gonna be on that show, right?
when are you coming on and playing with us, dude?
I'm just kidding.
When are you gonna play arcade with us?
No, I'm just kidding. I'll some soon.
Soon, my ass, soon,
Yeah,
whatever.
soon.
You're like all talking about Brood War Arcade and shit. You don't even play any of the StarCraft 2 arcade, you asshole.
Whoa, calm down, man. I'll be there. You need to chill your tits.
And then Thursday, guys, I got Climbing the Ladder with Kim Rom, Chief Marketing Officer of Steel Series, so should be fun. And we'll be closing out the week that
Yeah,
way.
who's the chick that they're linking in chat?
Who?
Is that Hart? Is that the girl you're having on?
No.
Okay.
That's Lauren, dude.
Oh,
Lauren was on the other day.
Damn, why wasn't I on that arcade one?
Do you not know Lauren Elise from NASL?
Yeah, I know she was on Playboy. I didn't know that. Never mind. Okay. Go ahead. Keep on.
Okay. But
Can you guys stop linking not safe for work and chat before we have to DMCA this room, please?
Seriously. But anyways, yeah, that's going to be it. VODs are going to be up shortly after, maybe about 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes after this. I'll upload it immediately, so you can check them out there. You can check out all the previous episodes too at youtube.com/ChanmanV right here, guys. And I have the audio versions too. I just need to. The best way to get the audio versions will probably be the original post of the TL thread, which I'll get to. I'm working on a website, guys. It's gotten to the point where I have to have a website now, so I've been putting it off for forever now. So I'm just like, we'll have a website. We'll have some cool commercial videos soon. We gotta take breaks, by the way, Steven. We gotta work in a break here so I can run some.
Get that dirty money.
No. Run some commercials for my other shows. I don't even care about the freaking these commercials.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
But okay, guys, that's gonna be it for Unfiltered this week. We'll see you next week. Later.
Love you guys. Rip in peace.